Welcome back. Today's topic, resiliency, being resilient. Let's take a look at what resilience really means. What does it mean to be resilient? Resilience is the ability to withstand adversity and bounce back from difficult life events. Being resilient does not mean a person doesn't experience stress, emotional upheaval, and suffering. Resilience involves the ability to work through emotional pain and suffering. Are you a resilient person? Do you know someone who displays resiliency, or do you know someone who is the complete contrast? Welcome, I'm Tracy Hensel. I'm a certified professional coach and ICF credential holder. I help people just like you overcome obstacles, setbacks, and create a life that you love and that brings you joy, pleasure, and abundance. I help clients thrive wherever they are today. If you'd like to learn more about me, check out my personal brand website as well as my coaching and consulting website. About a week and a half ago, I jumped on Instagram stories sharing that I would be doing a Tip Tuesday video for May 16th. And I took a poll of what you, my viewers, would like that video to be on. And I gave 4 different options, and this topic of resiliency won by quite a few. So here I am to talk about being resilient. I don't think it's so much about the big things in life. When something catastrophic or traumatic happens, it may take time to get to a place where you've overcome that initial shock, the initial pain or grief that you suffered, and it makes sense that you will experience those things. Again, being resilient doesn't mean a person doesn't experience stress, overwhelm, setbacks in life. It's just that they overcome that adversity. They step in their power. They do the necessary steps so that they can move on with their life and thrive and function the way that they desire. Often resiliency shows up daily in even the little things in life, and that's what I really want to hone in on, because when I work with my clients, it's incredible how affected they all are. So many people are affected by every single thing in them, every single person. You have to understand that we are at the mercy of things happening outside of our control. If we put more emphasis on working on the areas that we can manage and control or level up in, we may be more resilient than what we once were, right? We may be more resilient. But you have to be open to that. Most people succumb to their emotions, or most people think it's all about discipline. Well, understand, to be disciplined means that you have to be resilient to something. This also includes diet and exercise. Are you resilient to what your feelings are, what your emotions are? Maybe the desire is that you start getting up first thing in the morning to do your workout routine, but when that alarm goes off and you don't feel like it, you're not practicing resiliency, right? You're not overcoming what you actually feel. Are you running on emotions? Many people are. They're running on their feelings. They're basing their decisions and their choices on what they feel instead of being resilient. It's okay to want something, to desire something. Maybe you don't have the resources to spend the money online shopping like you do. How are you practicing resiliency in that, right? It's okay to feel the tug and pull that you want something, but when you know that your budget doesn't align with that purchase, you have to practice being resilient. Maybe you set up parameters so that you're not tempted. Every situation is going to be unique. Often, People come to coaching and they want to know exactly what you need to do, like there's some big pill that you can take. Well, if there was a quick fix to everything, why are so many people struggling in this world? Why are so many people not crushing their goals? It's because it takes work. It takes work from you, right? It just doesn't come naturally. People work for it. Those that are resilient and they overcome adversity, they adjust course, they look for opportunities, they don't get ruffled and frazzled by every single thing. It's because of the practice that they've implemented in their life. It doesn't mean they don't feel exactly what we read, exactly what resilience means, right? No one comes free from stress, overwhelm, catastrophic, tragic things happening, grief, pain, suffering. We're all going to experience it, so you have to put yourself in a position and learn the art of self-coaching so that when that comes, because it will. Oh, it will. If you're ruffled day to day walking around and you're just ruffled and penetrated by every single thing, and some people are, I just recently did a video covering the topic. I'll link it below and I'll put a card up here where you can click on it. They never practice resiliency to anything. They fall prey to everything. That's no way to live. That's not stepping in your power. That's powerless, right? That's powerless. And other people are witnessing this, and you're affecting other people. But no one comes out of the womb just carrying this trait and characteristic without putting work in. And every situation will be unique. But believe me when I say something's going to come. Something big is coming your way. It's coming my way. It always is. So you better get really comfortable with overcoming adversity, adjusting course, regrouping, centering yourself, so that you can overcome that big catastrophic event that will take place in your life, right? Get your practice by all the daily little decisions and choices that you need to make that you just simply aren't being resilient to. You're not overcoming. You're not bouncing back. And I was just tested, which is just a message. In the middle of me filming, my camera completely shut off. Yeah. Completely shut off. Mid-sentence. When that happens, there's a lot of steps to it. So then you lose your traction. You have no idea where you left off. I had to upload the footage so that I could see where I left off, right? How ironic that that just happened when I am doing a video on being resilient. Now, I have no idea why that happened. I certainly will troubleshoot. If it's something that I did on my end, I'm going to say, hey, Tracy, what's the opportunity here? What can you learn from this so that this doesn't happen moving forward, right? That's how we troubleshoot. That's called self-coaching. Now, the contrast to that is if it's outside of me and my camera shut off and it wasn't anything on my end, that's life circumstances. I still would like to find out why, but it's not something that I did and things happen. And you have to understand that and you have to bounce back, which is exactly what I'm doing, is bouncing back, right? Right? Not happy that that happened. Not happy one bit. But a small, insignificant circumstance like what just happened to me will ruffle people like you wouldn't believe. They will be so affected by that. They may blow up, if not outwardly, inwardly, right? Not everyone does it outwardly, but they can be just as a time bomb inside. Or perhaps now they have a bad attitude towards all the people that they're around the rest of the day, like their loved ones, their children, their partner, right? Because they didn't overcome and bounce back from the circumstance that took place. You have to learn the art of self-coaching yourself to bounce back, to come back strong when these things happen, because they will. And if you're wasting precious energy on all the little things in life, what are you going to do when something big comes your way? Because it will. It will. You're getting a lot of practice on a daily basis by being exactly what happened to me, and that's called tested. It's only a test. And that's exactly what I told myself when that camera shut off. I went, what? And I literally said, Tracy, you're doing a video on resiliency. What just happened? And I said, it's only a test. It's only a test. Lord, what are you trying to tell me, right? And have a little fun with it, because it's not catastrophic. So why make it be? Why make it be? If this is an area that you struggle in, I would love to work with you one-on-one. Look into my coaching packages, because you really can't live a quality, thriving, satisfying life when you're ruffled all the time and you're falling prey to all your emotions and feelings and being resilient to nothing, to no one. It's time to step in your power. And that doesn't mean take charge on other people when I say step in your power. Oh, no. Wouldn't that be nice, right? Doesn't work that way. Because you're resilient to those people. Because you're resilient. This is stepping in your power for you today, where you're at, in the season you're in, whether it's a season you want to be in or not, because it may be a season you can get out of. Something you don't like, be resilient to all the tugs and pulls that are taking you back again to your old patterns that aren't serving you. There I go again. I'll start again on Monday, whatever it is. Whatever song and dance excuses that you're being controlled by because you're not being resilient. So don't throw out motivation and discipline, or they're just lucky I'm not. No, those people just know how to overcome. They know how to tell themselves, while I may want that, that may be desirable, I'm not going to take the bait. It's only a test. It's only a test. Weigh in. Are you practicing resiliency in your life? Is this an area where you need to step up your game? Are other people affected because you're not being resilient? Are significant areas of your life being affected because you're not being resilient and implementing and practicing this? Because it kind of is a practice. We get lots of practice because we're tested all the time. Weigh in and let me know. And if you feel that you have the death grip because you're not resilient to anything or anyone, coaching can be powerful, right? Coaching can be powerful. All right, well, thanks for the input for those of you that chose today's video. I believe it was a powerful and strong one. Oh, and now my phone's making noise. It's only a test. It's only a test. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here.